Assalamu alaikum, dear students. You know, we have completed the two cases of reconstitution of partnership, that is, reconstitution through change in profit sharing ratio and reconstitution through admission of a partner. Now, you know that there are three cases of reconstitution. Now, we will be going to discuss the last case of reconstitution, and that will be reconstitution through retirement or death of a partner. You know, in first case of reconstitution, that is reconstitution through change in profit sharing ratio, the existing partners changed profit relation between themselves, and due to that, we had to reconstitute the partnership firm. And in the second case, a new partner was admitted, and when he entered the firm, we had to reconstitute it. Now, there might be a situation in the partnership, and normally these situations are there, that some of the partners or one of the partner in a firm may be expelled from the firm, and the reason for that expulsion, the reasons, there may be two reasons of expulsion, and those two reasons are: the first reason may be a partner may retire from the firm, and the second reason might be that a partner may die. You know that death is uncertain. Any of the partners may face it. So, you know, in the first case, suppose there are three partners X, Y, and Z. There are three partners X, Y, and Z. In the first case, suppose the profit sharing ratio between them is 3:2:1. In the first case, when we reconstituted the firm, when we felt the need that the firm should be reconstituted, in the first instance, in the first case, these three partners changed this ratio, this relation among themselves. These are the existing partners who have been doing business since years. Now they are changing the profit relation among themselves. And you also know the reasons why they change this profit relation, why they change this profit sharing ratio. I think you will be knowing those reasons, because when you will refer to the first lecture on reconstitution, you will find there that there are some reasons. I have already discussed why they change after some time, why these existing partners go forward to change this profit relation among themselves, and when this profit relation is changed, the firm gets reconstituted, and that was the first case. And in the second case, they, for example, these were three partners, they admitted another partner P for 1/5, 1/4, or 1/6, whatever share. They admitted another partner, and during another partner's admission, a new firm was for established X, Y, Z, P, and a new profit relation was established, and we reconstituted the firm at that time too. Now, there might be a situation that out of these three partners, some one of them or two of them or one of them, let us suppose one of them may be expelled from the firm. may get out of the firm. And that expulsion, there are three partners X, Y, and Z. One of these three partners, let us suppose that one of these three partners, Y, is expelled from the firm, get us out of the firm. And his expulsion from the firm is based upon two reasons. The first reason is he may retire from the firm. And you know that he may retire with the consent of all other partners, or he may retire by giving a notice if it is a partnership at will. So the first reason is he may retire. When he retires, that results into his expulsion, and the new firm which is formed will be X and Z. And the second reason of his expulsion may be he may die, because you know that death is uncertain. If Y dies, that also results into his expulsion from the firm, and the new firm that is formed will be X and Z. So we can say that both of these two cases result into the expulsion of a partner from the firm, and in both these cases the same new firm is formed. Whichever happens, the same new firm is formed. And you know that when a new firm is formed, when a new agreement is established, and when new terms and conditions are discussed, and when new profit relation is established, you know that is called reconstitution. Now we will be discussing, we have already discussed these two cases. We will be discussing this third case of reconstitution, that is retirement or death of a partner. Reconstitution of a firm through retirement or death of a partner. We will be discussing the third case of reconstitution, that is reconstitution of a firm through retirement or death of a partner. Because retirement or death are same. How they are same? From the point of view of firm, they are same because both of these two things, retirement or death, result into the expulsion of a partner from the firm, and same new firm is formed. Whichever happens, retirement or death, same new firm is formed. So this is called the third case of reconstitution, that is retirement or death of a partner. Now when a partner retires or when a partner dies, if a partner retires, you know that when a partner retires, you already know that he has been doing business in the firm since years, 3, 4 or 5, 10, 15, 12 years, and you know that he has invested capital in the business, and every year some additions and deductions happen to his capital or made to his capital. So at the time of retirement, his capital position will not be the same as it was when he entered the firm. And you know that if a partner dies after 2, 3 or 4 years, his capital position will not be the same when he entered the firm. So in a firm, each and every partner has his capital account, his capital balance, his current account may be there. If accounts are maintained on fixed capital method basis, his current account may be there. There will be some balance. If there is a debit balance in current account, that will be taken from him. If there is a credit balance in his current account, that will be payable to this retiring or dying partner. So we can say that at the time of retirement, what we have to do, we have to find out what we have to pay this retiring or deceased partner, the partner who retired or partner who died. So in case of retirement, we will find out, work out his capital account, his current account balances, each and everything he has in this business, and then thereafter, in case of retirement, the amount, if there is some amount payable to the retiring partner, that will be payable to him, and if there is some amount to be taken from the partner, that will be taken from the retiring partner. And in case of death of a partner, all these things, debitors and creditors, are all these things that are payable are taken from this deceased partner, are performed by his representative, as you will see. So a representative is appointed, and these things will be dealt with him. So you know that now we will be discussing the third case of reconstitution, that is retirement oblique death of a partner. Third case of reconstitution, that is reconstitution through retirement oblique death of a partner. Now you know that, as I have already discussed it, that in every case of reconstitution the same procedure follows. In every case of reconstitution the same procedure follows, but some things, a few things are different. Now what is different in this case of reconstitution from the other two cases of reconstitution? That is, we have to pay, or we have to take from the retiring or deceased partner, or we have to pay. So what we will have to pay? We will have to find out according to the normal procedure that we followed up to admission of partner, that we followed. So just like in case of admission of a partner, we maintained the capital accounts of partners. Just like in case of change in profit sharing ratio, we prepared the capital accounts of partners and found out their closing balances of capital. Similarly, here we will be finding out, with the help of capital accounts, with the help of profit and loss appropriation account, with the help of appropriations and whatsoever, we will be finding out what actually exists there in the firm, in the firm's books of accounts, what really there exists in case of this retiring or deceased partner. So here as well we will be, firstly we will be following the normal procedure that we follow in case of reconstitution of a firm. And according to that normal procedure, we know that firstly we try to find out the consequences of this retirement or death with the help of calculation of new ratio. Calculation of new ratio. Firstly, in every case of reconstitution, the first thing that we follow is we find out that due to this reconstitution, what new profit relation is established and what impact this new profit relation has brought to the old profit relation, and we find out all these things. So here too, firstly we will be calculating new ratio. In case of retirement or death of partner, we will be calculating new ratio. We will be developing a new profit relation among the remaining partners that remained after this retirement or death, and then we will be proceeding according to the normal procedure. So the calculation of new ratio in case of retirement or death of a partner, you know that in this case of reconstitution, in this type of reconstitution, some of the partners are expelled and or one of the partner is expelled from the firm, and you know that the partner who is expelled from the firm had been sharing profits of the firm since times, you know that, for a long time, for a long or short period of time, for some time we can say. So we can say that, for example, there were three partners X, Y and Z. The profit sharing ratio was 3:2:1. Now, for example, if Y dies, so at the time of his death, when the firm gets constituted, firstly we will try to find out the impact of his death on this profit relation. Impact of his death on this profit relation, that because you know that partnership is a relation between persons who have agreed to share the profits of a business. That means this relation is based upon profits. Partnership is a relation. You know that what relation means in common sense. But in case of partnership, this relation is based upon profits, and each and everything is related. Each and every other terms and conditions are related to this profit. So we can say that firstly we find out the impact of Y's death on this profit relation. We know that this Y has been sharing profits with X and Z for 3 or 4 or 5 years. Now when he dies, he leaves 2 divided by 6 share of profit. He leaves this 2 divided by 6th share of profits for X and Z. And these X and Z we will call them as remaining partners. And when Y dies or when Y retires, he leaves this share. And this share is gained by X and Z. This share is gained by X and Z. So, when he leaves this share, now when he leaves this 2/6 share, this 2/6 share becomes the share available to X and Z, and they will share this 2/6 between themselves. So now how they will share this retiring or deceased partner's share? How they will share? How they will distribute this deceased partner's share in profits between themselves? How they will distribute? So in normal life you will find out two cases there, two types of problems. The first type of problem you will find is the first type of problem that you will find in case of retirement or death of a partner. In the calculation of this new ratio will be when only the profit sharing ratio is given. Profit sharing ratio is given. When only profit sharing ratio is given. What does this mean? This means that, for example, there were three partners, X, Y and Z were three partners. They were sharing profits in the ratio of 3:2:1. Now, for example, if Y retires or dies, let us take he retires. When Y retires, in real life, the first problem in your book, in your examination, or in real life, from the point of view of accounting, you will find out two types of problems in case of retirement or death that you will have to solve. The first type of problem will be only profit sharing ratio will be given and no other information will be given, and you will have to calculate new ratio in case of retirement or death. Now we will write this sort of example, that is X, Y and Z were partners, their ratio was 3:2:1, and Y retires. Only this information will be available to you. When now if we see when y retires, how much he leaves? 2 divided by 6. Now it is not given here in these sort of problems. It will not be given here, given in the problem that in which ratio this 2 divided by 6 is shared by x and z, distributed between x and z. Or we can say that in which ratio, or we can say that how much x takes out of this 2 divided by 6, or how much z takes out of this 2 divided by 6. So the first case, there are two cases of calculation of new ratio in case of retirement oblique death of a partner. The first case is when only profit ratio is given, and no other information is available, that how much the remaining partners are, in which proportion, in which ratio the remaining partners share this profit, share this remaining share that is left by the retiring or deceased partner. So to understand this case, let us write an example. Rewrite it. X, Y and Z were 3 partners. The ratio between them was 3:2:1. Y retires. Calculate new ratio. If we face these sort of problems, how we calculate them? Let us discuss it. How these sort of problems are calculated? The rule is, firstly let us discuss the rule. The rule is that when a partner retires and there is only this information available, no information is available about how much every remaining partner takes out of this share that is left by the retiring or deceased partner. The rule is that the deceased partner's share will be distributed between remaining partners in old ratio. Will be distributed between remaining partners in old ratio. The rule is, I will repeat it, the rule is this share that is left behind by the partner who retires or who dies is distributed among the remaining partners or between the remaining partners in old ratio. The rule is. How? Now if we have to solve this problem according to rule, we will have to do as such. If we will have to solve it, we will solve it as such. There are 3 partners X, Y, Z. 3:2:1. Now Y retires. We know that according to rule, Y's share is taken by X and Z. Now we will write share left by Z is 2 divided by 6. Now you know that the rule is this 2 divided by 6 will be shared by X and Z in old ratio. Old ratio among X and Z was 3:1. So X and Z will share this share left by Z in the ratio of 3:1. That means, therefore we can say that X's share out of this is X's share out of this 2 divided by 6 will be X get us. We can say that X get us 3 divided by 4 of 2 divided by 6, and Z get us 1 divided by 4 of 2 divided by 6. That means X get us 6 divided by 24 and Z get us 2 divided by 24. Now if we will have to calculate the new ratio between X and Z, we can easily find out The new ratio will be, therefore, new ratio will be equal to old ratio of X and Z plus how much they have gained. Old ratio plus gain. The old ratio of X is 3 divided by 6 plus X has gained 6 divided by 24. Old ratio of Y is, Z is 1 divided by 6 and Z has gained 2 divided by 24. And if we will find out this calculated, it will the new ratio will come out to be 3:1. When you calculate it, the new ratio will come out to be 3:1. The first method is when we have to solve these sort of problems when only profit ratio is given. If we solve these problems according to rule, the rule is this share that is left by the retiring or deceased partner is distributed among remaining partners in old ratio. X, Y and Z were 3 partners. Z retired. Z left 2 divided by 6. This 2 divided by 6 will be shared by X and Y left 2 divided by 6. This 2 divided by 6 will be shared distributed between X and Z in which ratio? 3:1 according to rule, old ratio 3:1. Now X will get 3 divided by 4 of 2 divided by 6 and Z will get 1 divided by 4 of 2 divided by 6. In this ratio they will get this retiring partner's share. That means these X has gained from, due to the retirement of Y, X gained 6 divided by 24 and Z gained 2 divided by 24. This is their gain. These are their gains. So these are their gains. When we calculate new ratio is equal to old ratio. Already they have the ratio that they already have plus how much they have gained due to this retirement, old ratio plus gain, and that will come out to be 3:1. First method. So next, if we want to avoid these hectic calculations, we can also follow a shortcut method. We have also a shortcut method to solve these sort of case 1 type of problems. To solve case 1 type of problems, you are advised to follow the shortcut method and to avoid these hectic calculations. The shortcut method is, for example, you have the information available X, Y and Z where 3 partners sharing profits and loss in the ratio of 3:2:1. Now Y retires. Calculate new ratio. Same problem. The same problem that we solved we can also solve that problem with the help of shortcut method in a few seconds. And the shortcut method is, we call that shortcut method as strike out method. Strike out means we strike out the retiring or deceased partner's share. Strike out means we strike this out. When we strike out Y's share, there remained how much? 3:1. X, Y and Z were partners. Their ratio was 3:2:1. According to shortcut method, according to strike out method, we should strike out this retiring or deceased partner's share, and what remains there will be their new share 3:1. If you calculate this 3:1 according to rule, that will also come out to be 3:1. That, as you know, as we have calculated, that also came out to be 3:1, and here it also comes out to be 3:1. So in order to avoid hectic calculations, in case 1 type of problem where we have only information regarding profit ratio available and no other information available, that how much in which proportion or how much the remaining partners take from this share left by the retiring or deceased partner. So in these sort of problems, we usually follow strike out method. We strike out the retiring or deceased partner share, and what remains there will be the new ratio. And if you will have to calculate gaining ratio in these sort of problems, you will have to compare this new ratio with old ratio. Gaining ratio, you know that. Apply the formula to calculate gaining ratio. Apply formula. Gaining ratio is equal to new ratio minus old ratio. When new ratio is more than old ratio, it is called a gaining ratio. So this was the case 1 of calculation of new ratio in case of retirement or death of a partner.